Hello everyone. Welcome, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Lunchtime Crafting. So my name is Michelle Pepper for those of you who are joining in for the first time. And I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Auckland in New Zealand. I come live on my Facebook every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. New Zealand time, and then later sometime during the day I will upload the video onto my YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any notification, and also you get all the contents of my videos. Right, so let me just flip you around and organize this. Right, always have the setup is just not ideal, but it is what I have, so that is what we will do. So we've got let me just kind of sorry guys. Right, so what have we got here? Yep, it's kind of on an angle that annoys me. Okay. That will have to do, I think, because right. So we've got this Stampin' Up kit. So I am not, oh, by the way, so we are 3 weeks into our annual catalogue. So have you guys had a chance to look through your new catalogue? If you don't have a copy and you would like one and you don't have a demonstrator, please reach out and I will be very happy to send it to you. Of course, you have to be living in New Zealand for me to send it to you. But yeah, so... but also, we also have a range of products which are called online exclusives, simply because they're not in this catalogue. Just because there's so many products, we can't quite fit it all into 145 pages. And so, but also it just means that we can always be up to date with, current products. So there's a whole range which you can see from my online shop, so be sure to check in there. Now this card kit is one of 2 that gets released so in May. So every month Stampin' Up comes out and with 2 card kits at least. Sometimes it's 3. So sometimes it's card making like this one is, and sometimes it's 3D, and sometimes like a treat box or treat boxes. And sometimes is like home decor kind of things. So beautiful blues card kit. Okay, so this is generally how the card kit comes in a box like that. And this particular one gives you all the supplies to make 9 cards. All the supplies being the stamp, the ink spot, which is your colored ink. We have a block like so you can use with the stamps, which are empty at the moment, but these are all the stamps that come in this card kit, and I really love the font. Okay, I think I got this more for the font than for the cards. So yeah, so you've got a block, and then you've got the adhesive, which is the dimensionals, as well as the what do you call it? Adhesive tape, double-sided tape. We've got some gems, all right, and obviously with the kit, it comes with the envelopes as well. So you get to have everything, right, included, except for a pair of scissors. Okay, so we don't have a pair of scissors, but that's okay because you should have that in your crafting supplies. And these are the cards that you'll be that you'll make from this card kit. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got that, and then we have this as well, and then finally we have third one. So I posted the video from Stampin' Up, so they've made a good job. They have walked through step by step how to put all the cards together, so I don't feel the need to actually reinvent the wheel. So I posted that for you to look at. It's not long a video, it's only like about 5 minutes. And it steps through all the things, all the steps on how to make those cards. Now, so today, as always, so I am going to be using that kit for my coffee and cards tomorrow morning. So at Coffee and Cards, my attendees get to make one card from the card kit that I have chosen to feature, and then one card that because as I said to you before, we have all these stamps, right? We have all these stamps. So when you have made all the cards and given them away, you still have supplies. You still have the stamps to use, and you also still have... Is that all the stamps? I thought there were 5 stamps, but maybe there were only 4. Let me quickly have a check here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, okay, so those are the 4. You still have those. You still have the ink spot. And so what else can you make with it? So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do here. Show you ideas and hopefully kickstart some ideas for you. And I'm pretty sure you can come up with even more ideas, and would love it if you want to share that as well. Yeah, and that would be cool if you can tag me. What was I going to say? I was going to say that I'm not using the little ink spot because I have the actual full-size ink pad, so I'll be using that, okay? So let's put that aside for now. Card number 1, very simple design. All right, so you've got You're in My Thoughts. So actually, I wanted to show you how it's actually the same, right? Essentially the same design, but I have just flipped that one to the onto its side so that it's kind of coming out that way. So I'm going to give you all the supplies here. It's going to be the same. We're going to use the same supplies, except this one I didn't put a ribbon. Okay, so we've got an envelope. And then we have a ribbon, which is the Petal Ping ribbon, which is 25. So we've got, I'll just give you a little length of it. And then we have your mat, the layer that we're going to be stamping on, the mat, which is Night of Navy, and then the card base. All right, so exactly all the same supplies. So we have the little birds as well from, what's it called? There we go. From Adhesive Back Dragonflies and Birds. There you go. So we've got that. So those are the sample here that I'll put aside on here for now. And let's pull this out together. So we have, now this time I'm going to show you again, so just different ways of doing this. Let me just try and protect the surface a little bit. I know it's like cluttering up my workspace here. But I just wanted to have that, and actually I might actually pull in the silicone mat as well. I love using this silicone mat when I'm working with glue, but also, for stamping as well. It's actually quite good. Alright, so, it seems quite dark, but hopefully it's not. Alright, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this. Okay, so opening up the ink pad. Wait. Okay, and then, you know what? I just want to, I don't want to get all my mat all dirty. So I'm just going to do it that way. Right. So this one the sample I have shown you is vertical. I've kind of stamped around the bottom. So now I'm going to do one that I'll start off as, okay, kind of, I don't know. I'm going to start it off like that, and it's okay. I don't mind it overlapping. Oh, okay, got to be careful. I'm like having my, okay, so just going to do it like that. Going to fill it up a little bit more, and down here, just filling it up. So yeah, just real nice and simple. Okay, right, do that. Here you go. That's pretty much it, and So now this is the look. Okay, so now I can do it this way, or I could turn it that way. So however you do it. Okay, now I'm just going to try and get rid of a lot of this ink here. Okay, just kind of get rid of that. And then, if you remember, if you've been following me, on the 6th of May, when our annual catalogue was released, I also decided to change and bring in my new, because this is the very, very old one that has been used for many, many years. I decided that it was time to get a new one, and so here we go. Yes, you can't be too precious about this. It gets really well used. And this is what it looks like now. 3 weeks into the new catalogue, 3 weeks into the from when I started using this. Yep, so all good. So now let's move this out of the way for now. So I've got that. It looks really dark, doesn't it? It's Night of Navy. Isn't that cool? It's such a crisp thing. And then now I have this little label as well, which we can just lift it up on here, or we can do it on here like that. So let's see what we want to do. So with this card, let me just see, what shall I write? Wishing you comfort. You're in my thoughts again, or wishing you comfort. Maybe you're wishing you comfort. Okay, let's just keep it really nice and classic and really simple. And you're in my thoughts is great because you can use it for any occasion. Birthday, sympathy, and just because. You can do that as well. So wishing you comfort maybe is a little bit more, so it's narrowed it down a little bit. So it's probably more a sympathy card, or somebody who's not well, I think. So we can do it that way. So decide which way do I want. I could do it that way. Right, we could do that. And then we have this, my ribbon. So that just adds some color. Okay, a little bit of color onto there. So I can do it that way. I think that's what we'll go for. Okay, so very simply, take your adhesive tape. Photo. I'm not sure why I've got photo on there. Oh no, maybe it was maybe what I've done is I've actually cut it out of a piece of paper, a piece of card, photo holder. Oh well. Always check two sides, because there are two sides to paper. Alright, here we go. How are we looking? I'm just going to have that. And round about that. Okay, so we're happy with that. And then I'll put it over here. And now I want to use my dimensionals. So I'm going to put one there, one here, and one here. Do I need another? Maybe I'll just have that as well. Just kind of, I wanted it to be flat. Alright, so I'm going to remove those. That's fine. And then I'll leave it about here. Okay? And then that is just going to simply go on the mat like that. Okay, so here's my glue right here. So nice, simple card, but still very effective. Okay, so probably, oh, here we go, come on. Okay, don't need a ton of glue. Alright, and then I do love using my white cardstock. I don't know, I just love cards that are nice and simple and plain and white. Okay, like it's kind of classy, you know. Right, and then that will go on here like so. Okay, so I don't include, when you get my kits, by the way, so I offer these card kits for free each week when you place an order with me that is $50 or more, and then I'll send these to you for free. Shipping is free as well, so cover all that cost for you, just because I love getting products into your hand. Here you go. So I won't include adhesive though, because that's just easy enough for you to get. And then we're gonna have some of this happening. Do I want it on here? Like a little bird. Okay. And then this one, I might just put it on here like so. Alright, so we've got, and that's it. How cool is that? We've got a wishing you comfort card. So you can have that. You could have done it this way and turn it around, so you have options. Or you could do the vertical way, this way as well. So lots of option there, same supplies, and you can do all these, all right? So, did I start saying something? Let me just clean this out, because we're going to go on to our second card. How classic is that? That's so cool. So yeah, so two card kits that will be sent to you for free when you place an order with me. So it's called Free with Purchase, and yes, so that's to either you can make it as per the video, or you can jazz it up and change it up a little bit. So second card, now, so that was using Night of Navy, and second card I thought we'll try with different colors, right? So even though this is like, so we don't need to be restrained and constrained by the colors. So especially if you've already got other supplies, then you can most certainly play around with colors. So I'm going to make something. I'm going to try something different today. So I've got the two kits here. I'm going to actually use two kits, because I'm going to do one of each. Like, so kind of the colors that I've chosen here are actually, there is a manners to the method. I didn't just randomly pick those colors. I wanted to participate in Global Design Project challenge this week, which is a color challenge, and and it was to use Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Darling Duckling, all on the same card, right? So we're going to have to use all these three colors on our card. So when I pull those cards out, they're actually quite strong in color, and I don't know, so I decided to do a bit of blending instead. So we're going to do this. So the what you get in the supplies, I'll show you one, okay. Oops, that one is for the other card. Right, we have a card base, and we're going to have two dragonflies this time, out of the same birds and dragonflies. We'll have a golden thread ribbon. Now this ribbon is actually in our last chance product. I think it's twisted golden thread or something like that. So it's still available currently. I checked that we haven't sold out yet, but it is last chance, right? And then I've used the Textured Notes dies here, which is a set of all these dies, rectangle dies that you can cut out, and I've just used that one, the smallest. Okay, so I have cut that out of the card base already for you. All right, and then we have a little piece here which we are going to stamp the leaf on. All right, so those are all the supplies. Now I'm going to move them here to the top here for now. Okay, and I'm going to bring the other one out too. So, okay, let's put these aside for now. I will need this for now. Let's do some stamping first, and then I will, yeah, I'll put the stamp. Just going to do the stamping first. This time, not using not using Night of Navy. I'm using Secret Sea, right? Because I'm using those 3 colorways, right? For the sentiment, I've got Sending Love in the sample, and I've got Your and My Thoughts in the sample, right? Yeah, I'll do the same, I think. All right, so I am going to go Sending Love on 1, and then I will have just love this font. Don't you think? Well, I can't really see what I'm doing. Ha! Yeah, it worked. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. Okay, so we've got those 2 done. And then I need the leaf. Alright, so I'm going to do... Where is my thing? I really do want to stamp it on my silicone mat. I think it helps with getting the image nice and crisp and clear. So just really stamping it on here. So beautiful, isn't it? Okay. Alright, so those are included for you to stamp your leaf on. So yeah, if you don't have, you know, Secret Sea, then you can just use black. It's really, really close to being black. You can use navy, Night of Navy. You can use any other color. Now, then for this card, we're going to fussy cut it out. So I won't make you sit through and watching me. So I have pre-done it beforehand. So we've got these. Okay, so we're good to go with those. Then let's put that one away. That one away. Now to do the other part. So what we're going to be needing is our blending brushes. So I'm going to start with a lighter color. All right. So I've got that. So we're going to go for both cards, right? We're going to go to, because it's basically the same supplies, and then, you know, so I wanted to show you the different ways what you can do. What am I looking for? I am looking for this. Oops. Okay, sorry. I'm just looking for a scrap page. Right, because I'm going to go like this. Do I need that, actually? I don't need to do that. What am I thinking of? Oh, well, we'll just do that. So I'm going to start with the yellow. Go. So what am I doing? Is just using the brush. Okay, and then okay, it's pretty dark. Now this card is in the middle. It's in the middle here. So it's kind of like that. So you can go as dark as you like, or as pastel-y color as you like. So just kind of like, you know, totally up to you when it's your design, right? So this one is going to be like that because this one's going to have the 3 colors. And then this one, I'm going to do just the 2 colors. This one will kind of be more like a sunset-y look. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Did anyone spot my mistake? I forgot to just tap it off here first. And so now I've got that big thing. Oh, well. Oh, well. It is what it is. Actually, this one I might just do it like that. That's why. Yep. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so just as much color as you like. And then I'm going to go over the halfway mark a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then I'll bring in the pink, the strawberry slush. So I'm going to put that one away for now. Okay, strawberry slush. Let's come that way. So then, don't forget to do that. Okay, take away a lot of the I am doing a terrible job today. Look at that. That's okay. I'm usually much better than that. I don't usually have all that, you know, dark marks. See, like that one. I didn't have that. Gosh. Never mind. You will just know not to do what I did. Right? You'll learn from my mistake. Okay. So we're just going over a little bit so that we can have like that little orangey color. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. Oh no, I need to do this one. Okay, let's see if I can try and do a better job of this. It's kind of dreamy color. Alright, that's cool. Put that aside. And then I want my blue. I already have got some blue on here, so let's see if I can get it going. Yo. Yes. Whoop, move that aside because I don't want that to have my blue. So yeah. Alright, so we've got like kind of that kind of look happening. I feel like there's a lot more purple there. I didn't do my spacing very well. So what I might do is I might actually cut that. See, you can do that with it however you like to. Just because I wanted it to be a little bit better in terms of spacing. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make this a little bit shorter. So I'll make this a 14 centimeter card. Okay, but obviously you don't need to do that because you will color it much better than me. So I've got that. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. Now, so with this one, so I've decided to do kind of show you two different ways you can use this, right? So this is assuming you don't have heat tool and you're just gonna, you don't have the heat tool, you don't have embossing powder, so we're just gonna do a real plain and oops, so I want to make sure that, where's my paper? Where's my paper gone? That one, because I just want to make sure that it's not gonna stamp on the hole, right? Because I've already made a hole there. So I want my thingy. Going to have that on here, lots of padding, and I'm just going to stamp that right on here. Okay, just making sure the color will transfer well. Okay, so that's it. And then so that's what this card is, right? So I've left this one plain, but this one I'm going to experiment. I'm going to do something different again. I'm going to emboss it. I'm going to emboss it with this which way do I want it? I think I want it that way. Do you think that way or that way? I think we're going that way. just going to line it up so that it's actually nice and straight. Doesn't seem nice and straight. I think that's nice and straight now, is it? I don't know. Why am I whispering? Maybe because I think subconsciously if I whisper, it might actually work out well. Right, so I'm going to pull this in. And then we need, so that's the wrong setting. I don't need plate number 2. I just need, sorry, I've got one hand. Okay, I need this plate, and I need this, and then I need plate number 4. Ooh, what is that? Huh. That's weird. I don't know what that is. Alright, so that's plate number 4. Just going to go through that. Okay, I don't know what this is going to look like because I haven't actually tested it out. Just had this idea just before we start, you know, because that's what you do. Whoa! Oh my word! Look, it's actually, you either like that effect or you don't. Oh wow, look, it's actually broken it. It's actually cut it in half. Okay, I guess that didn't work. What happened there? Well, actually, the effect would have been really cool if it didn't break it. I like the, okay, I'm just going to have to experiment a bit more then. I don't know what happened there. But it just kind of, that is so weird. Okay, well, we know that's a failed one, don't we? But at least you got to see it and you know not to do it. Or maybe try going the other way and then it might look better. But I thought that effect was really cool though, don't you think? Like with the corrugated, that would have looked so cool as compared to this. Like, isn't that great, the difference? I have to find a way of why this broke. That's so weird. Okay, well, that's not going to work, so we're going to do this. Luckily, I have this. Okay, so with this, I wanted to, yeah, so you can just leave it as it is like that, plain, right? Or you can emboss it, right? So I'll just leave this one plain, but you know how to emboss. So you just need your stamp. You need the watermark. Where are my stuff? Yeah, so you need to cover that in with the powder and then stamp it with the Versamark watermark stamp. And then put some white powder over it and then heat emboss it, so melt it. So I will do one without so you can see the difference, right? But I think it's so dreamy with it. This one without because we can just do it for comparison's sake. Oh, hang on. Before I do that, I want to oh, I am so bummed out because I really like the look of the corrugated. I'm going to have to work out why that was the case. Okay, one here and one at the top. Okay, so beauty of the joys of doing things live is you can't go on and edit the video, but hey, I guess you get the bloopers as well as the spectacular. Here we go. That was a spectacular blooper. That was weird. Now I'm going to have to, you know what I'm going to have to do when we're offline. So I'm going to have to look at it. Okay. So I've got that, and then that will just be my ribbon here. Alright, and then I've already pre-stamped that one, so that will just go under like that. Alright, so yeah, so that's, I mean, I didn't pre-stamp, I have already done it beforehand. You saw me doing it. Okay. Whoop. Okay, last little bits. Alright, so whoop, make sure that it's the right way up. Okay, so there you go. Now we've got the message on the inside of the card. Right, what is missing? Missing my dragonflies. I didn't put dragonfly on here. Wonder why. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think we need dragonfly? I think so. That's cute though, eh? With the dragonflies. Okay. So that concludes. I'm looking for my other set of dragonflies. I don't know what happened to it because I was going to put it on here. But, oh well, nothing's going right today. Here we go. So we've got 2 cards here. Right, we've got this. And with the very subtle "You're in my thoughts" as well, and then this one without it. So depending on which one you prefer. The reason why this is shorter, if you go back to watch the replay, is because I didn't judge my card right. I had more pink than the other 2, so I decided to cut that off into a... so yeah, so those are ways you can fix your card when they don't look right. Alright, so then we have so that's our second card, and then our first card was these. So you can either do it that way, or you can either do it that way. So options. And so yeah, so those are our cards for this week. I hope you enjoyed that and you learned something. I certainly learned what not to do. I don't know, that's really weird. I'm going to have to figure it out, and if I can salvage or if I can do another one that makes that works, I will be posting the photo of it. All right, thank you for joining me, and I will be here again next week, same time, 1:30 New Zealand time on Wednesday, to give you ideas on 2 more projects, right, on a product which I haven't decided yet what we're going to do next week. But yeah, so make sure you're subscribed and so you get the notification for it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Have a blessed week. Bye.